Hello, this is Johnny. Welcome to another World War II 172 scale. Just going to take a quick look at a Osprey book about modeling. If you'd like, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, like, reply, and share. Take a look at it here. Osprey, they make a lot of books. I like that vehicle. I've done videos on that. That's one of the Marders that the Germans made, Alfred Becker, for the 21st Panzer Division, by converting one of the French tanks into a platform to carry the PAK-75 anti-tank gun. They also used the same thing where they put a 105 on it, a howitzer. Books are expensive. I don't know if I paid quite that much. Probably not. Sometimes when you get books less, and now this one's old, so you can probably find it less. It's kind of neat. It's bound this way on a spiral binder. Just going to take a overview here. When's it from? 06. Contents. So it's a nice overview. And let's talk about the Hotchkiss that's on there, and the stern Geschütz. Look at it this way so I can flip through. Some of the materials might be outdated, but a lot of older things show up on eBay and in other sites that you can get. References, books, magazines. Never a fan of post-war tanks or modern tanks. As a kid, I did the monogram pattern. I liked that when I was little. As time went on, I decided I'm just going to stick with World War II. World War II tanks, there's plenty to look at and plenty interesting, and that's when all the big battles and everything I like. So they're showing how to detail, add. I don't know how effective a book like this is. Sometimes it might be better just to be looking at videos like people watch on YouTube showing techniques and things. This looks really nice. This is supposed to be a late war camo pattern that they used. I don't have the ability to do that because I don't, for 172 I'm not using an airbrush, and I don't think I could do the circles like that. Only thing that came to mind, but then the circles aren't the same size, would dip the paint a little bit into like a round eraser and go like that, but that wouldn't work because then the paint would come up in the center. But that's a really nice looking vehicle there. I have a lot of books, and they have that pattern in them. They have a lot of camouflage books with lots of color plates showing the artwork of supposedly real camouflage patterns and what they look like. They translate them from the black and white. Lots of detail. Figures. Never couldn't do figures that great. I do them, I make them, but they're never going to be that detailed, especially at the scale I'm working at. A lot of folks out there can do a lot better than I can. Oh, that's nice. I like that grass. I always like terrain. I finally broke down and got a what do you call it? A static grass applicator. Didn't get around to doing a video for it, and I only did one little tryout. Time goes by. Always want to do more, and too many hobbies, too many things. Don't get around to do everything. eventually I do circle back to use a modern phrase and actually do something. So hopefully I paid for the static grass applicator, so hopefully I'll do a larger area with it coming up next year. You like that? That paint job's real nice. Yeah, so they go into lots and lots and lots of detail on a couple of models, so trying to walk you through it. Started making models when I was a little kid. Had a couple of cars, and then I made some jets, and then some like battleships. Then when I got a little older, I discovered the monogram 132 scale World War II vehicles, did those, and then Tamiya, and then Italy in the 70s into the 80s, and then had a big break and came back and settled on the 172 scale and do all the plastic kits, resin kits, metal kits, and then I also buy pre-made die-cast, pre-made plastic, because I like to, did play war games with them, and I like making terrain and have a big collection and try to get just about everything you can for World War II. There'll always be things you don't have and one-offs and very rare vehicles, but working on getting quite a few. We have over 1,000, and that's over about 12, 13, 14 years of solid collecting and working now. Started in the late 2000s on that. So this is a nice overview, shows you what you can get, kinds of things you see a lot on YouTube. Never a big fan of photo etch, especially on tiny scale that I use. It just gets painted over and it's hard to clip off and so forth. I like dioramas and buildings, that's fun. I always say I'm going to show this table all set up, and that's one of the things I plan on doing. Hopefully I'll get to it next year. That's nice, Stuart. Nice base, tufts, and all the different materials laid out. And I use a lot of woodland and scenic stuff too. I start with some model color. I did a video on one of their sets, I believe, on the paint. Maybe I'll leave that as a link. Way back in the 70s, it was expensive. We used Humbrol paint. They basically just use water-based acrylic now. And when I was real little, there was, of course, there was Tester's paint and Pacra paint in the little containers. Real smelly, and you had to stir it. I had to get all the thinner. So that's a look through this book. You might be interested in getting this. Armor Modeling Masterclass. Till next time, more World War II 172 scale. Thanks for watching.